forest management work has started here at the Catamount Community Forest, and I'm out here, as I will be almost every day, supervising that logger's work. Now, it's not common that a forester would be on a logging job every day. Usually once or twice a week is enough. But for this job, it's just a very delicate, very sensitive project, and we want to make sure that it goes really well. One of the things that makes it so sensitive is the trails that are here. So we have this established recreational trail network that is really important to the people in this community. While we know that trails have their own impacts, we also know that most people, the way that they visit the forest, the way that they learn to love our ecosystems is on a trail. And so it's really, really important that we protect them. Protecting the trails here at the Catamount Community Forest is extra difficult because we want to do this work in the summer. Doing this forest management on a site that we think could regenerate species like white pine and eastern hemlock that respond really well to soil scarification, just a little superficial disturbance to the surface layers of the soil that allow the seeds of those species to germinate. Other species like oak also benefit from scarification, and that's another species that we'd really like to see on this site. So instead of doing this project in winter when it would be actually much easier to mitigate the impacts to trails, we're doing it in the summer with the hope that the tires and the tracks of that logging equipment, the trees that are being dragged and dropped, that those are going to create that scarification that will then allow those species to germinate here as this forest regenerates from this disturbance. So we're protecting the trails here at the Catamount Community Forest in a number of ways. The first thing that we're doing is we're just flagging all the trails blue, so that way the logger can see where they are and avoid them. And then on these trails, what we're doing is treating them like streams. So when you're working with logging equipment, you want to minimize the number of times that you cross a stream. And then you also want to protect the bed of that stream as you cross it. So what I've done is I've gone out and marked all the trails that the logging equipment is going to travel on. And I've actually marked the crossing locations on those trails. Every place that we cross a trail, we're going to put wood down, just like we would in the woods if we were crossing a stream. So this allows us to protect the surface of the trail, which would be the most difficult thing to restore should something happen to them. The last thing we're doing is we're using this specialized logging equipment. It's called a cut-to-length system. And so instead of someone cutting down a tree with a chainsaw and then skidding it out, dragging it over the ground with a skidder, the forwarder actually picks up the trees and puts them on the bunk and then carries them on wheels. So that will also minimize the disturbance that would be caused to the surface of the trail by those dragging trees. Stay tuned for more updates about this project, and please like and subscribe.